Theft and vandalism continue to be issues for a nonprofit and a charity in Sudbury that accept donations to help clothe people and care for animals. Closet Share recently had to send donations to the dump, while Pet Save has been forced to move garbage bins off-site and is asking people to follow its donation policy. CTV's Alan Everson reports.
Over the long weekend, this donation bin at Closet Share was broken into, with clothing stolen and strewn around the parking lot. 60 bags ended up in the dump.
Single week. This past week they broke into the donation bin and broke the lock right off, and the clothes were everywhere. Feces, urine, vomit, needles, blood, everything that we had to clean up come Tuesday this week.
Porter says the nonprofit relies on donations, and recycling clothing is part of its mission.
So unfortunately we had to take all those clothing and throw them in the trash. And again, that is not something that we do lightly here at Closet Share. We focus on ensuring that we alleviate the textiles from ending up in landfills.
Closet Share now asks that all donations be dropped off during business hours. Over at the Pet Save retail thrift store, donations can only be made in person during the week from 10 to 4. That's when there are more volunteers on site and to avoid other issues.
We ask that you don't drop off outside of those hours because if there's no one here to accept them, then we find people are going through them, leaving a big mess in the parking lot, and then ultimately it becomes garbage because we don't know what's left in them.
The store no longer keeps garbage bins on site because of hazards. It also costs the charity to haul it away.
Even with locks and chains and strong locks, people were breaking in and causing severe damage to the bin itself, which we had to incur the cost for. And it just became a hazard because everything that was in the bin was now thrown throughout the parking lot, which is added extra work for our volunteers having to clean up, and we would be finding needles and all sorts of stuff, unwanted stuff.
While Pet Save and Closet Share say they are very grateful for the community support they rely on. They hope people will drop off during business hours so donations can end up where they are intended to. Alana Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.